I'm about to set the biggest debate of the industry in software testing, which is, can a AI agent actually replace the manual testing or not? I have put a special test sprite, which is basically they tell that they can create test cases, they can fix and they can deliver test cases. So in this crazy AI battle, or the battle especially that we are doing, we will be having if a QA engineer with 10 years experience can battle with AI agent or not. I will be showing you 3 things that we have planned specially that we will be doing. First of all, we are going to battle if the API testing by using the RESTful booker, who is going to do better, me with 14 years experience or this agent which basically says that yes, by using AI agent he can do it. Okay, second one which we are going to show is we will compare the complete startup application, which is QA job fit that we have created, login and registration and basic uploading functionality. We are going to check with creating the test plan. Let's see if this AI agent beats me or not. And the third important point, which is if he can tackle the complex UI scenarios or not, which basically by using the test script MCP servers, which basically they says that you can add other things and implement also side by side. This is a comparison between a real QA with 40 years experience and this agent. Let's go and let's see how exactly it performs. So here I am with the test upright. What I have done is that whatever the documentation that I have added here all the links and everything, and I have added my requirement as a PDF directly here. What exactly it is doing? It is now starting to generate the API documentation. So step number 1, I have uploaded the API documentation. Step number 2, it is looking to analyze all the things and everything. It is now going to generate certain number of test cases, which we have basically doing, and this includes functional security H2S test cases also side by side. So the result, we will take this. I will move to my approach first. Okay, so here we go. So my approach is very simple. I will be first of all analyzing the documentation. It will take, of course, I am manually doing, so it will definitely going to take time. I will analyze the API documentation, create a test scenario especially for the CRUD or test plan around this, design the edge cases, set up the positive or negative test cases, writing details, test steps and everything. So if I'm going to follow the same approach, it will take little time, but yes, I have done it. Overall, if you see, it took me, so this is the test plan that I have generated with all the type of different testing which I think can be done. From this, I have also uploaded all the things which are there, CRUD operations and everything and all. Looking into this, you will see that I have also generated side by side my test cases which are required one by one. For example, this is create token request, create booking request. Of course, couple of things which I have not written because it takes lot of time to write all the things, but this is what we have done. Now the time is results. Okay, so here we go. Your test plan is ready within 2 minutes, which is scary. So one API found 20 test cases. I have generated 5 CRUD operations, 5 update operation, delete operation and error handling. Okay. Oh, something important. Let's see. Valid booking creation, create a booking with missing points, the invalid data, duplicate data, create booking data and everything. Valid bookings, okay, updating booking, update partial updates and everything. Very amazing, I think. This is delete because we have a CRUD operations also. So it has generated overall, if you see error heading and everything, more than I think 16, 15, 20 plus test cases it has generated overall. And let me click next, and now you can see interesting thing is, which is it is also validating. I mean, by reading the only documentation it was able to do it. Scary, because now if I have to do the running, I have already done it on Postman. It took me a lot of time. Trust me guys, it took me a lot of time because I have a collection of rest assured. It took me many time because I have also done it the same thing where first I have prepared my test plan around this, then I have prepared my test cases around it, but again test cases are still not complete, don't tell me. Okay, and let me show you, I have also done the same thing, which is automation, adding them into the overall missing scenarios, all the negative and positive scenarios. Here you can see positive negative scenarios manually into the Postman directly. Here is the approach in this case. What I see is something amazing because here valid booking creation response, it is checking and it is even running. I can run it and see the output directly. You can see the booking ID created. Even let's see if invalid duplicate booking ID, if you try to do, you get an error. Is it the possible? Let's see. Analyze the test case. So of course, I don't know how, but it has figured it out that okay, how exactly to do expected duplicate but got the 200, which means there is a problem. It has found the bug. So overall, I have done good amount of testing overall, mine as well as this. But I think personally, which I'm going to tell you the results. Okay. Now results are little scary. I know all of you, it will be scary for you guys also, but let me give you the overall result which I have found overall. Okay, it has found almost like 3-4 edge cases which I have also missed, but again I will not count this as that yes I have missed it, but I knew that they exist. Okay, it has found through 2 or 3 business logic scenarios which I think I have overlooked over the time, but a couple of scenarios, for example this duplicate and everything, I have also noted down in my test cases. Overall it was very similar, but again the main important point which that is fascinating for me is that how quickly he was able to understand the API rather than me, because for me it took me like test plan creation, test case creation, and even writing the test cases directly into Postman almost 2 hours or something, everyone. That, let me tell you something, it took me almost like 1.5 hours and 2 hours to do each and every step directly into this, but whereas here I will see almost 70% it was able to automate all the scenarios which I think are very important, kind of P0 scenarios. Okay, let's see, let's go to the battle 2. Okay, anyways, the overall thing which I think that AI wasn't the necessary better or worse, which I personally think it is just different. It excels at comprehensive coverage and the speed, because speed was very fine, coverage was very good, but it caught the nuanced business logic also. But many things analytical is also required, which is human friendly, which I have found, right? For example, Chinese character, he was not added. Right here you can see Chinese character, Arabic characters or Arabic names and everything, right? It was not able to edit any invalid things, which I have found. So that's what the important thing. So it is always a mixture rather than going this. I personally think this battle, speed, coverage wise, and if you go with the logic building point of view, yes it excels, but I also have the better number of coverages overall in this case. Let's jump into the battle number 2, which is full application testing with QA Job Fit. Now let's get serious with real startup application. Okay, so if you know, we have recently launched the QAJobFit.com, not QA Job Board actually, QAJobFit.com, which basically help you to make sure that resume gets selected. It has features like mock interviews, multiple time checking your resume with ATS scores, overall test script generations, and multiple things. Do check it out, this also. So this is what we are going to automate. Here we don't want to do backend testing because API testing we have already done in battle 1. Let's skip the backend testing, and here we have the overall enter the URL and everything, which is the front end testing. Let's go with that. We have already done it here. Let's quickly add the details. So for example, this is a QA job fit, but we are going to check. This is the website URL that we have. Username, password. I have certain username, and let me add some password. Okay. Oh, password is not corrected in this case. By the way, the user is the user password in this way. Okay. And I'm going to tell him that, okay, this is the username password directly. Which is there. This is the auth page which we are going to have it. What you need to do is that you need to test the login page if it is working or not overall. This is what exactly simple scenario front end, but this is the page. Let's see if he is able to do it. So now it's going to generate the test plan. By the way, I'm also working side by side. By the way, my approach here is this. This is my approach which I'm going to tell you, which is the battle number 2, that which we are doing, everyone. The battle number 2 is serious, something serious, which is my approach. First of all, my approach, let me make it a little smaller. Yes, my approach is very simple. I'm going to first of all do the exploratory testing. First, I will do the exploratory testing across all the user flows that we have: login page, registration page, testing a user registration job process, or probably I will try to upload a scenario which is nothing but a resume also side by side to see if it is working or not. Whereas, let's see what exactly this test flight is doing. Okay, it is taking 1 or 2 minutes. It means meanwhile, I can basically log in to my Remember Me and I will try to upload the scenario, which is basically nothing but manually. First of all, I will do exploratory, then I will write my test case and the planning, and then I will do manually. Okay, so resume analysis, again, manual process again, guys. I will upload my resume, this one again. I will wait for 30 seconds because it takes time, right? So I'm manually doing this. Valids the resume, invalids the resume. A lot of things I have, couple of scenarios which I have already noted down. View results. This is the result I can see. It means working fine. For manual point of view, here the test cases point of view, what I will do, I will duplicate this scenario, which is this, and here I will write all my what we call this is QA job fit login page scenarios. Simple one with upload. Of course, I'm going to need to write each and everything, so it will take a lot of time. Okay, no worries. I'll just keep writing it. Verify that the login is working with valid credentials. This is audio to text I am doing, by the way, everyone. Okay, verify that the login is not working with invalid ones. This is the second one. Then, of course, we have to use certain negative words. By the way, I have properly written also. Common verifications you can have, like for example, username password with valid, not valid, right? There are a couple of scenarios which we are going to do. Again, I am too lazy, but again, you got the point what we need to do. It will take me almost 15 to 20 minutes to write those test cases. Not 15, actually almost 30 minutes to 1 hour to write overall all the test cases, which I think can be for username and password for valid, invalid test cases overall, plus file upload, which is valid file, invalid file, known PDF file and everything and all. Okay, so let's see what exactly he is doing. So here he is saying that, okay, total 6 number of test cases he has created. Okay, less than that, which I think. Login with valid, invalid, remember functionality, forget password. Oh, I forget about the forget password, but again, it has got it. Okay, so I uploaded the application programming, this test sprite, generated a test plan, generated running the UI test cases directly in this case, successful login and logout. Let's see one by one if it is running, and let's see overall status, like what exactly is going on. Now you will see something magical, because doing it with valid credentials, it is going to show you preview and what is the code also, which means, which is very interesting. Here it will basically now do live whatever the steps which are there, which basically saves a lot of time for me, especially, right? Because here I was doing manually, I was doing each and everything directly step by step. Here right now, if here in this you can see in the test sprite, we will be seeing that I can chat with them also. Again, update and rerun. By the way, right now I cannot chat because it is already running the test case. So we'll wait how exactly it is doing side by side in this case. Okay, so that's what overall. By the way, this test I'm gonna show you guys, almost I have done the test already, and this is the result which I want to show you. Meanwhile, I will show you the result. I have already done it, but I wanted to show you something amazing meanwhile it is doing. So manually, I will not lie guys, this is not what I wanted to showcase, but yes, it took me almost 3 to 4 hours to write proper number of test cases, to do each and every test case. Suppose I have generated like 30 plus test cases, so running them directly into the QH of it, plus preparing a test plan. Of course, you can use AI to accelerate your process, but ideally, because I have taken a half an hour of break also, so it took me all this. I have generated around 47 plus test cases. Bug found, which I have personally found 12 around bug phases. It has found more than that. Why? The reason is it has remember me that couple of things I have forget, because I'm also human, everyone. I'm not saying that AI is basically getting more and more. No, it has created almost 89 test cases for if I have given the more context. So I have already tested this before, where I have added more context to it. It started, for example, the moment I have basically given him more context related to login, registration, upload, it started giving me more and more number of test cases. So that's what the interesting thing is. Overall, my coverage was, I would say 70% or something, which was my there, and I have missed a couple of things. But few things which I will tell you, which he has not done, which is important. Almost 90%, not 90 to 90, 85%, he was able to achieve what we wanted to achieve. By the way, here, which I want to show you something important, which is if you see the forget password, 1 second. Here you can see the running test case. By the way, he is running the test case of forget password. It is going, by the way, this is fully automated. This agent is doing and doing the same. They forget password button, it is screen. Can you imagine? I mean, it is running and doing. This is amazing. I mean, we don't have to do anything behind the scene. They are using some browser agents which are going to do the same functionality. I mean, I'll show you remember me functionality also, which basically the clicking of the button. Again, I think it can be done better, right? Which is username, password and remember me functionality. It is working or not? Yes, it is. So you can see it was able to log in directly. I have not done this. Again, overall, if you see right now with valid things and everything, it is testing it right now. It was able to see that yes, remember me functionality was working overall. Few things which are missing. Of course, this is the playwright script which was generated side by side behind the scene, which do the same thing. Couple of verifications are missing if I am not wrong, right? Yes. And here you can see login with credentials, which basically we do also. I will just make it little fast so that you can see that what exactly is going on. Can you imagine, guys, this are now AI agents are completely can log in directly by using username, password. They can check also, which is very scary, which I think something which is furthermore can be done. By the way, you can also chat with them to, if you want, so I want to test the uploading of resume and other things also. That is also can be done. Uploading and everything, little difficult scenarios, but yes, can be done. Here you can see sign in button is double in the states. So it has found some issues and everything sometimes, which I have found couple of issues also. In my application also, sometimes there's an issue. If you refresh it 2-3 times, sometimes it give you issues. Okay. So that's what exactly it has mentioned. It has given me that, okay, couple of scenarios when I was just trying, for example, sign in. Here you can see if I click on sign in button directly, if I try to enter now, you can see it is not working. This was the one of the bug which I have basically have to fix it. One of the important bug which he has found directly, which is sign in was initially enabled. When I click something, it was not disabled. So couple of important bugs it has also found. Okay. So wait, this is actually mind-blowing, right? Where test script was able to find almost 3-4 bugs, which I have completely missed, to be honest, but I have also found one, okay, which he has not found, including the security vulnerabilities and authentication flows, couple of them, right? But I found some critical UI issues which probably he has not found, that would basically make me more. So sometimes things AI couldn't understand, which are very, very important. So let's jump into the next one, next battle. Alright, so now it's the grand finale. So test sprite MCP server integration with the Cursor AI. First of all, you need to understand what is a MCP server, right? MCP is Model Context Protocol, which integrates with your IDs. For example, I'll tell you simple thing. I have a simple application, simple to-do application, which has a lot of bugs. By the way, this is which I have developed here. What you can do is you can now ask the test sprite directly into, you can integrate directly into this as a MCP, and now test sprite will basically create all the things. You just need, it will create a PRD, automation code, generate code, plan, test code, and even execute, and even provide you and enable the fixes also within your ID. You don't have to go anywhere. It means everything will be available within in this case. So what is my context in this case? Okay, so how exactly I'm gonna do? Of course, I have to do it manually, right? But again, by using the test sprites, what you need to do, first of all, you need to install the MCP server indirectly into this, which is very simple. You just do one thing, which is installation directly. If you just need to get the API key, go to the test sprites and get an API key if you already have it not, right? Which I have, I think, already got it. So just go to API keys directly, and here you can see the API keys. You can generate it one for you guys if you want to. After that, if you are using like me Cursor, which is very simple, here you just need to enter the API key and this configuration into the add custom MCP. That's it in this case. And next thing is you also have to make sure that your testcp MCP is running. So make sure you run this command npm install this, so MCP is started in this case. Okay, now I have successfully added. Here you can see I have just told, this is my application, by the way, which is running. You can see, right? This is the first application. Okay, I will continue. I have just told, help me to test this application. Nothing else. I mean, just would do one thing, help me to test. I will not give you any context at all in this case. You have to test it by yourself. So it is going to just do the search from by itself, right? Another interesting thing which I want to tell you is that you can manually install, you can have integration with Cursor. If you want to use it VS Code, you can use it. If you have any other thing, for example, IntelliJ also now supports in even Eclipse. Nowadays also support that you can add MCPs also directly. So you can directly do it by using this kind of configuration into this. Okay. Now, interesting thing that you will see is, which I have also shown you also in the test scripts, is right. If you go to the test list, right, you will see something here, right here. If you see it is searching, it will take little time. It will now search, and it will basically in a natural language, it will start creating your test cases for it. It will create a test plan, test cases directly for me, and it will basically start to run them also with those things. And I will also it will basically save this. Okay, so I have literally typed that test the complete user onboarding, or test only the to-do application, and it was able to test it. AI analyze the code base. It will analyze the overall code base. In this case, in the real time, it has generated a test plan, test cases, and executed almost everything in the automatically directly, which we have seen, even this program, right? Yes. Okay, so this is the application that we have basically tested. I have successfully added the MCP also. So if you go to Cursor settings, go to tools and configuration, just click on this. Here is my key and MCP server that I have added. This is my simple application which we want to automate. I've just given him that, okay, help me test this application. After that, we have got, which is that I need to add some details about my username, password, and everything, and the PRD for this. Okay, PRD I have already generated. Now, successfully uploaded, done, and I'm pretty much sure then it will continue. As you can see, now it will basically call the bootstrap test cases, right? So these are the test cases, and it will now start generating the test case in a natural language. The interesting thing is that we already have an application. Looks complex, but it is very simple. It has a lot of bugs, by the way. You can directly create a task without typing and other things, right? I mean, you can type whatever, summary, blah, 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 blah. There can be a lot of test cases, right? Here, if you can see, my personal expertise will be that, okay, I will test for big invalid, check for Arabic, Chinese, invalid, long, puny characters, Unicode character. There will be hundreds of test cases I think I can generate around this, but I would count this. I like 30 to 35 will be the good coverage which I will have based on the PRD which is given to me, which is product requirement documents. Now, what exactly it is doing behind the scene, if you see, it is doing something important, right? Where it is trying to write the test cases automatically. So I need to generate the front end test cases automatically. You can see, and I have created a functional test case requirement execution in this case. So if you see, it has started generating test cases. I mean, this is something which is strange. This is the PRD which we have followed. This is a code summary overall, over in this case configurations, which is my API key and everything, right? And this is the PRD which we have followed. And I inspect existing the test scripts and everything. Now it is basically working, and can you imagine, right? Based on this, it is analyzing my source code. So here we have finally the things. So first of all, what I have done is the step number one, how to use it is simple. I added the test sprite into the cursor directly, and then I have told him to help me test this application directly. Now imagine what exactly he has done. Automatically it has just started the application because it has recognized overall application, and it has generated and tested. Can you see the plan? I mean, the amazing plan. It has basically started testing for this type of application. This is the application for all the different scenarios. Scenarios like title should be from 1 to 20, item should be null, CRUD operations, right? Valid, invalid, token should be responsive, keyboard, dark theme, role things, right? All the test cases which basically they are, right? It was basically able to test it one by one. It basically gone through all of them. After that, you can see if you have added this successfully everything, you will see it is here is the code which where he was able to test it. This is one of the positive test cases. You can see it is added and it was able to verify also, which is a amazing thing. I mean, can you guys imagine? I mean, now I have not even typed a single command or you can say I have not even done anything at all. I had just had the application. I have just added the connection by using MCP. Test sprite was able to test it completely and even return the test cases directly which are required. You can see the test cases also which basically they have added, which are for required with this application especially, which are basically added in the MCP test. By the way, you will see this is the application which basically I wanted to do. I wanted to test, navigate to this and verify. There's a positive test case, but all the other scenarios here it is written which has already has verified and checked. And this is something amazing which I personally believe which should be there. For example, you can ask him to add more test cases, check it out, or more test cases also one by one. It can do it and generate a beautiful report for you also. So let's go to the conclusion, the mind-blowing results which I want to share with you, right? 90% of the accuracy which I think they claim, but I think yes, I would say not 90, 60-70%. Yes, it was able to get what exactly I wanted. It created the test suite for us, test plan for us, real-time debugging and everything also I was able to do it. Production ready test code which was there, I can release to my production, which is very, very important. Overall, I would say the final verdict which you guys are waiting, right? Is the QA jobs are safe or not after these kind of agents? Because me versus agent is something there, right? So where is AI absolutely crushes? Speed, efficiency, 10x the efficiency it was there. Comprehensive coverages was good. Edge cases he was able to find. Consistency, documentation and repetitive tasks. Whenever we have seen this, it was able to do it. AI agents and everything will be able to do it. Where humans still dominate. Please remember, this is very important. User experience intuition issues, I was able to find more. Business logic understanding, I had the more context, I was aware more. Creative exploratory testing, where how exactly user behaved, a human was still dominating in this case. Stakeholder communication, of course, there minor changes happen. You have to reevaluate and everything where these agents and everything definitely lack. Ethically and accessibility testings, I think, and consideration point of view, humans still dominate. So the real answer which I want to tell you is AI agents like test sprites aren't replacing anything like QA engineers on this case. They are making us superhuman actually in this case. Okay. Instead of spending hours writing the test cases, I can now focus more energy into my user experience. I can give for my complex problems also. It has increased my overall productivity. So if I was able to generate a more number of test cases or edge cases by using test sprites, definitely it will help. So the future isn't the only AI replacing manual tester. It is human plus AI. Please remember. And QA professionals who are learn along with the tools like this will definitely have exponential growth in this case. So if you are a QA professional, start experimenting with these kind of AI agents and AI tools. There are a lot of them in the market. Don't wait for them and to become a mainstream. You have to have a curve, like you have to know like how AI agents and everything which are there, it will help you to increase your more productivity. Thanks for watching. I hope it makes sense. I'll put all the links of test sprites and everything other tools into the recommendations. Try them and let me know in the comment what you have discovered especially about this. Thanks for watching. And of course, couple of data and everything you will find discrepancy. Please ignore that. But again, just wanted to show you, get the point. Thank you. Bye.